Request for Tenancy Approval Packet. Welcome to the District of Columbia Housing Authority's Housing Choice Voucher Program. RFTA Submission. Owner or voucher holder submits a complete and accurate RFTA packet to DCHA. Owners must upload the RFTA for immediate submission and track the entire lease-up process at https://dcha.hcvportal.org. You may contact your assigned housing program specialist to confirm receipt. The first step, scheduling an inspection. Estimated time frame is 7 business days from submission of RFTA. DCHA will schedule an initial inspection. You will receive a phone call and/or an email informing you of the time and date of your inspection appointment. Owner or representative and participants should be present. Participants are required to be present at annual inspections. Step 2, determining eligibility. Estimated time frame 5 business days from submission of RFTA. Information in the RFTA packet is used to determine the eligibility of the owner or property manager. DCHA verifies proof of ownership and management authorization. The approved contract rent for your unit will be determined at this step in the process. DCHA will approve the contract rent based off sub-market rents. Step 3, conducting the inspection. Estimated time frame 14 business days. DCHA will conduct an inspection of the unit according to housing quality standard. The unit must be rent ready and complete RFTA packet submitted. DCHA will not proceed with your scheduled inspection without receipt of all required RFTA documents. If the inspection does not pass, you will be allowed 14 days to make repairs and pass reinspection. If the unit does not pass the reinspection, DCHA will cancel the move process for this unit, and a new RFTA packet will need to be submitted to initiate the first step in the process. Step 4, contract sent. Estimated time frame 30 business days from receipt of the completed RFTA packet. DCHA sends the contract via the requested method, fax or email, and we are waiting for the owner to sign the contract and return it with the corresponding lease. If documents are not received within 10 days of our sending the contract, DCHA will cancel the move and a new RFTA packet will need to be submitted to initiate the first step in the process. The last step, contract execution. Estimated time frame 30 days from receipt of the completed RFTA packet. DCHA receives the signed contract and corresponding lease and sets up the account for payment. DCHA will execute the contract with the owner and process payment by the next available check run. Failure to submit correct and complete documents will result in delays. DCHA Customer Service Call Center. Phone number 202-535-1000. Website www.dchousing.org. Request for Tenancy Approval Packet. Quick, efficient processing of the Request for Tenancy Approval, Housing Quality Standards, Inspection, and Housing Assistance Payment requires the prompt submission of this entire packet. Note, the family should not move into the unit until all of the following occurs. 1. The unit passes inspection by DCHA. 2. The rent amount is approved by DCHA and the owner. 3. The lease and housing assistance payment contract is signed. 4. Move-in date is approved by the assigned housing program specialist. Tenant information, name, address, phone number, program type. This may very well be the Housing Choice Voucher Program. If there's another type of program, the renter or the voucher recipient will inform you of that. Owner, landlord information. Please fill out the name, address, phone number, and email for each landlord. And that could be a husband and wife, 2 owners, LLC persons. Proposed unit information. The address of the property, proposed rent, proposed security deposit, approved rent amount. This rental amount is listed on the website for that specific area and zip code. Agent information. If you are working with a real estate agent, name, address, phone number, and email address. When you submit your RFTA packet, you must include this page along with all of the documents listed in the checklist below. Are you a new owner to DCHA? Yes or no? If no, you may find your owner number on the website of DCHA. Even if it's expired, there is a number there. Owner. Have you screened your potential tenant? Yes or no? If you're working with a real estate agent, has that real estate agent screened your tenant? Yes or no? Note, tenant screening for suitability and reference checks are the owner's responsibility. Now we have the required documentation checklist. All required documentation must be complete and submitted before the request is sent to the inspections department. To protect the integrity of personal information, property owners and managers may submit them separate from the RTA. For faster processing of your request, you can upload this RTA and other required documents using the owner portal at https://dcha.hcvportal.org or email these documents directly to your assigned housing program specialist listed on the owner portal. Okay, let's now start on the checklist. Copy of IRS Employer Identification Number, the EIN, for corporations or LLCs. And for new owners only, copy of the Social Security card, and that's for each owner, for each person on the deed. A copy of the deed. A link to find your deed online will be listed below. Only if the landlord is a new owner and or the property is new to HCVP. The Articles of Incorporation for LLCs only. Owner or agent information. Check if new owner or agent. They would like for you to check that box if you are a new owner or if you are a new agent working with this program. Direct deposit payment information. New owners only. Copy of voided check. Only for new direct deposit account or new owners. The W-9 forms. If applicable, joint owners must submit a separate W-9. New owners only. Copy of owner or new agent ID, photo ID. If a management agreement is on file or provided, then we will accept a copy of the agent's company work ID. If there is no management agreement on file or provided, we will only accept a copy of the owner's government-issued ID. We cannot accept an agent's driver's license without a management agreement. This information is only required once. Owners and agents are responsible for updating DCHA when any ownership or management information changes and will be required to submit new documents with the updated information. Initial inspection checklist for inspections. Management agreement if applicable. Lead-based paint notice and disclosure. It's a total of 3 pages. Tenant self-certification of intent to vacate if applicable. Tenant's current water bill with balance of $50 or less if applicable. District of Columbia Tenant Rights Form. Signed by the tenant. Request for tenancy approval, Housing Choice Voucher Program. This document has 2 pages. Number 1, name of public housing agency, PHA. If this is not a public housing community, you may put the address of the District of Columbia Housing Authority, Housing Choice Voucher Program, 1133 North Capitol Street, Northeast, Washington, D.C., 2002. Address of unit. This would be the address of the property that you will be renting to the Housing Choice Voucher Program. 3. Requested beginning date of lease. Remember, the application takes about 30 days to complete, so you will be putting in the next month for the beginning date for the first. The number of bedrooms, the year the property was constructed, which you can receive from your tax assessment, the proposed rent, the security deposit amount, and the date the unit is available for inspection. The available date of inspection does not have to be for the next month. Remember, the property has to be inspected prior to being rented. Number 9, type of house or apartment. Please check the box that is applicable. Single family detached, semi-detached, row house, manufactured home, garden or walk-up, elevator or high-rise. Number 10, if this unit is subsidized, include the type of subsidy. 11, utilities and appliances. The owner shall provide or pay the utilities and appliances indicated below by an O, representing owner. The tenant shall provide or pay for the utilities and appliances indicated below by a T, representing tenant. Unless otherwise specified below, the owner shall pay for all utilities and appliances provided by the owner. The item, heating. Specify fuel type, natural gas, bottled gas, oil, electric, coal, or other. Identify if it's going to be provided by the tenant or owner, and also identify if it's going to be paid by the tenant or owner. Each line has to include a T or an O for each box. Each line. Cooking, natural gas, bottled gas, oil, electronic, coal, or other. Identify if the tenant or owner will be providing it. Identify if the tenant or owner will be paying for it. Water and heating, natural gas, bottled gas, oil, electric, or coal, or other. For water heating, identify if it will be provided by the owner or tenant. Identify if it's going to be paid by the owner or tenant. Now, also in the provided by box, you can indicate the company. So for instance, if it's WSSC that will be providing the water, you can put that instead of owner or tenant and just state if it's going to be paid by the owner or tenant. Same for cooking. Same for heating. If the heating is being provided by Pepco, identify Pepco and then state if it's going to be paid by owner or tenant. Then we have lists of others. Water, sewer, trash collection, air conditioning, refrigerator, range or microwave, or other. For all of these, identify if the owner or tenant will be providing these items. For example, trash collection. Although it may be provided by the city, the homeowner may be paying for it in his taxes or her taxes. You can state paid by owner.